Right, what have I been up to this morning? It is September 14th, so nearly halfway through the month. Starting to feel a bit more like autumn now. The days have definitely cooled down a bit. Nights are cooling down as well. And we can see I've pulled out the sweet corn. A good sort of background filler plant for, spring and summer. Towards the end of summer, early autumn, start to look a bit ratty. They leaves brown off. We got a few cobs off that, so that's a sort of an experiment just to see how that'd go. Like I say, we got a few cobs off it. I don't think I'll be putting any in the border next year. Yeah, so that's that dug out. So what have I replaced it with? Well, if anyone can remember, I had a cordyline pink passion, and it was actually over here in the centre, small palm bed, and it got a bit too big, and it's taken sort of focus off the Paragibraea at the back and some of the other palms that started to overtake the area. Even though it looked very nice where it was, it's not what I wanted. So I dug that out early spring. Didn't get a lot of roots. It did throw an absolute fit. Dropped it. Well, I cut a lot of the leaves off, but yeah, it's slowly been growing back over summer. So let's have a look at that. And you can see the new growth has gone a bit crazy and weird and wonky, but the newer leaves are starting to straighten out, so that's on its way to recovery. This is where the sweet corn was, so we had the height sort of disguise the fence, if you like. And I know this is not going to be a fast growing plant, but I wanted something with a different colour tone to what else is around. So a lot of greens and the odd sort of burgundy canna and whatnot, but in general I want something sort of a bit brighter, just to break up the greenery a bit. So that is my thinking behind that. I thought about it for the last couple of weeks, and I walked down the garden today and I thought, let's just do it. It's fairly cool. It's been raining, so the ground is moist, easy to dig. So that's what we've done. So we had the sweet corn at the very back. When I have planted this year some passion vines, which have grown to the top of the fence, so that they're doing okay, but that's obviously not going to cover the fence for a year or two. So there's going to be a bit of a gap there. I mean, hopefully the cannas will, during the summer months anyway, sort of break up the fence a bit. But yeah, it's going to be a few years before this fills out, but it should look nice once it's established. What have I took out? Like I said, sweet corn at the back. We had an elephant ear basically where the cordyline is now, which I've redistributed down here. So that's this one, which did have spider mites, but it's pushing a new leaf. So while we've still got a bit of reasonable weather left, we will leave that outside until it starts getting really cold. We also had a clump of dwarf Cavendish bananas. Done quite well this year, to be fair. Put out a lot of growth. Some nice leaves opening up. That was one clump, so I'll cut that. Nothing, no special treatment, just a spade straight through the middle, and potted them up. So we've got two plants for where we did have one sort of clump. That was this one plant originally, but with these dwarf Cavendish, they pop quite freely, and both the sort of bigger plants have both got 3 or 4 pops around them as well. And we also had a croton which did get shaded out by the elephant ears. We have got a lot of bare soil here. I am going to mulch this when the sort of bedding and perennials die down a bit. I'll probably give this a good mulch for winter. I did put a couple of little cyclamen or cyclamen in just for winter interest, so hopefully they'll start filling out there. And there's just a little one here which I had in pots, probably dug out last year and didn't know what to do with them all at the beginning of summer to replace with summer bedding. So they've gone back in, so hopefully they'll give us a bit of colour and interest over winter as well. A little bit of bare soil, but say in general, standing back, we've still looking fairly lush, if you like. Yeah, so I'm the sort of person that I'll think about something for a little while, and then one day I'll just say, right, that's it, let's do it. There's enough thinking, let's just get stuck in and do it. It's not taking too long. Yeah, so going back to the cordyline itself, this was a really sort of full head on this before I dug it up originally. Like I said, we cut a lot of leaves off. A lot of leaves died back naturally. This is probably the only remaining original leaf, which you can see is sort of discoloured. But there, we've got some new growth, and the new growth in the middle is looking straight. You know, with a bit of trauma to the plant that can do funny things, and this one's just gone all crinkly and wrinkly leaves. But I think we'll be on the right track. Obviously I don't expect too much growth now. Hopefully I can just get his roots in for before the cold weather starts, and hopefully next year we'll get a decent head on it, and we'll get some growth start going, and that'll give us a nice pop of colour there. Right, I think that's about it. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.